Alright everyone, this stage is called The Bunker. I created this map on June 2nd, 2026, and this is the first version of it. Right now, I'm showing it from a wide overhead view so you can see the full layout before we move in closer. As we zoom in, you can see the current player spawn points. There are 4 of them for now, placed across from each other and around the bunker. I'm using Edgar's model as a placeholder so I can clearly mark where each player will spawn. This is still a template version, so the spawn system is not finalized yet. I still need to add the capsule spawn points and probably expand the layout more. But this gives me a solid foundation to build on. The bunker is basically a hybrid stage. I combine assets from Panorama with the bar interior from the campaign, then rearranged everything into a new battlefield. The building, floor pieces, and outside structure come from the existing game resources, but the layout itself is custom. Now we're going to move inside the bar area. This interior was pulled from the campaign, but I made some color and transparency changes so it doesn't look exactly the same. You can see the yellow tint, the transparent surfaces, and the original light source still working inside the space. The middle area could be really interesting for combat. It's tight, confined, and dangerous. You could battle in here directly, place capsules in the back, set environmental skill, or force close range fights. You definitely want a game plan and pick your battles before you step inside of here. I could see ricochet laser and impact burst going crazy. The bar looks pretty cool, just in general. There's a lot we can do in this area, whether it's placing capsules, using call, teleporting to these capsules. Traversing across this map would be pretty interesting. Now as we head back outside, you'll notice the holes in the floor. These holes are intentional for now. If players fall through certain sections, they would respawn back at their capsule point. Some parts are solid, but other sections are open. I might patch out some of these holes in the final version, but for this first version, I want to test how dangerous the movement could feel on this map. This stage is meant to encourage players to bring movement-based skills like Skywalk, jump, levitate, demon's wing, and more. Other skills could become extremely useful here as well. There are also ways to reach the upper parts of the map, but I don't want to spoil all of that in this video. So once the stage is more complete, I'll show more of the routes and movement options. I'm also thinking about making more variations of the bunker where most of the floor is broken. In that version, mobility skills would become almost mandatory. Players would have to build around the map itself, which could completely change the way the map plays. That's one thing I really like about Phantom Dust. The different stages naturally encourage different arsenals. Like on Panorama, people usually bring ricochet laser, photon bursts. On Highway, people might bring all type of lasers, long range, ground lasers, vibe lasers, all that. For the bunker, I want mobility, positioning, and pretty much close quarters. May even create some custom skills specifically for this map. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I might create skills that accommodate the map. Not too many, but some. Now we're going to look outside from a few different angles. Using the current assets from the game and combining them like this is honestly really cool. Um, Once I confirmed that Panorama and the campaign bar assets were compatible, I was able to stack them together and turn them into a new stage concept. This was done through one of my programs called Egger's Memory Box, which is a part of a larger program that I have called Egger's Dream. Egger's Dream is pretty much variations or implementations from the Omni program that I made a while back that is unreleased. Figured I might as well talk a little bit about it. I wanted to make a full video on showcasing it, but it sort of leaked. So, yep. I didn't leak it. But yeah, so now I'll make a video on that when everything's all said and done. But Egger's Memory Box allows me to stack ALR files on top of each other and save them as a stage, like one file. It's still a work in progress, but this one is the first real concept stage that I created with it. I also finally figured out more about how the spawn points work. In a part 2 video, I'll go deeper into how I set up those and how the stage is being assembled and what still needs to be fixed. For now, I just want to show the layout, the atmosphere, and the potential. There are still areas I haven't fully decided on yet. Some spaces are too small for characters to fit through, and some of the holes or gaps might become decorations, hazards, or even routes later on. But this is version 1, so nothing here is completely final. Now I'm switching over to the second variation. This version has a darker nighttime look. The spawn points are still in the same locations, but the lighting changes the entire mood of the stage. You can see the bar light sources more clearly here, especially from the inside structure. The darker version was mainly a test to confirm that multiple variations of the same stage could work. My goal is to create at least 2 map variations per stage, or just keep experimenting and creating something completely different. This is the light map version of the bunker. And after this, I'll switch it back to the normal daytime version. Overall, I feel like this is a strong start. As we continue to keep Phantom Dust alive, I'll be releasing, more tools and programs that can help us understand the game better and bring new ideas to life. My goal is to make modding more user-friendly, more creative, and more accessible for everyone who still loves this game. This is the bunker version 1. I appreciate you all for watching. Until next time, see you later.